Functions. We're back looking at inputs and outputs. So when we left off, I mentioned that this is spoken as f of 3, and what it means is we're going to be substituting 3 for the x in the f function. Well, which one's the f function? That's this one. So what it means is, I'm going to recopy the function here so we can see it a little bit bigger. Squared minus x plus 7. It means I'm taking out all the x's and replacing them with 3's, including this one, even though I won't be doing any calculating on this side. It just means take an input of 3 and put it in for x in the function. But on this side, it's really important that we get the 3 in the right spot and we understand what to do with it. So I've taken out all the x's, I put in pockets. And now what I'm going to do is calculate or evaluate this side. I need to use my order of operations, which starts with parentheses, but the things in the parentheses, well, there's nothing to do. I've just got a single number there. So let's go to E for exponents. I do have an exponent, and I need to apply it to just the 3, not the 4. The 4 is not included in the parentheses with the 3. So what I need to do is 4 times 3 squared and do the squaring first. So that's going to be 4 times 9. Now these parentheses I don't even need because there's nothing else inside the 3 that needs to be changed, inside the parentheses that need to be changed. So I can just write subtract 3 and plus 7. Now, next in the order of operations is multiplication or division, and I do have multiplication, and I need to calculate that next. So 36 subtract 3 plus 7. Now, last but not least is addition or subtraction, whichever one comes first from left to right, and the subtraction comes first, so you have to do that first. So 36 subtract 3 is, let's go over here, 33. Still have the plus 7, and that leaves me with my last operation of addition, and I get 40. So with an input of 3 into the f function, I got an output of 40. Alright, now the next example has us putting in an algebraic expression where x was, and that's a little bit complicated, so we're going to do a simpler example first. Let's ignore this one for the moment, and let's say we were told to do g of negative 1. G of negative 1. Well, that means go find the g of x equation, the g function, take out all the x's and put in negative 1's. So, g of negative 1 is going to be negative 3 pocket plus 10. So I'm going to be putting the negative 1 in the pocket. That's all this side is a reminder of what my input is. I don't do any calculating with this side. It doesn't mean multiply. Alright, I do the calculation multiply first, right, before I add, and I get negative 3 times positive 3, negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3, plus the 10, and I get an output of 13. So for my input, negative 1 into the g function, or the g equation, I get an output of 13. Now we're going to do this more tricky one, and I'm going to suggest you go to a second piece of paper because it's going to take a little bit of work. So, on a separate piece of paper, we're using the g of x function, which was negative 3x plus 10, and we are putting in g of 2t plus 1 for our input. G of 2t plus 1. So that means I start right here by replacing that x with 2t plus 1. When I make my parentheses or my pocket for x, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger because I have a lot of junk to put in there. And then don't forget the plus 10. So what am I replacing x with? This whole expression, all of this garbage. 2t plus 1. Now I need to simplify it. I'm not going to get a numerical answer because this t is going to stay unknown. So all I'm going to do with this expression, with this function, is simplify this side. So in order to do that, I look inside the parentheses. These are not like terms. I can't add them. So let's go to the multiplication next. That I can do with the distributive property. I can do negative 3 times 2t, which is equal to negative 6t, and negative 3 times the 1, which is minus 3. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Add a negative 3 or subtract 3 will be the result. And then I still have my plus 10. Don't forget that. Now, I cannot add these two together. I can't add the, well, I can add these two together. Alright, these are, negative 6t is not like a plain number, so it's going to stand alone. But I can put together negative 3 plus 10, and that will give me plus 7. Alright, so in this example we put kind of a complicated algebraic expression into the function where x was, and the idea was just to simplify it.